Is wholesaling a good way to get started in real estate if you don't have the resources, the money to buy and flip? Yes, wholesaling can be a great strategy. There are different laws, different rules in different states regarding wholesaling. It is not illegal. What wholesaling is the assignment of a contract. So basically you are putting a piece of property under contract and then you're assigning that for a fee to an end buyer or an end lessor, lessee, whatever it is. And there's a lot of different ways to wholesale. You can do straight up purchase wholesales, where you put a property under contract to purchase for a certain price and then assign that purchase contract to an end buyer. You can put a property under contract with owner financing and assign that purchase to an end buyer, or you can do the deal yourself. You can do subject to, where you take title to the property subject to the existing financing, meaning the existing financing, the existing mortgage stays in place. The seller is responsible for that mortgage and is responsible for the payment, but you're taking title to the property and you're taking over those payments. You're not taking them over, but you're going to be making the payments on behalf of that seller if you do a subject to. So just be careful of that. There's a lot of people out there talking about subject to and saying that you're taking over the mortgage or taking over the payments. You're not really doing that. What you're doing is you're taking title to the property, which triggers the due on sale clause in the loan documents, meaning the loan has to be paid off when the title transfers. But if the lender is not aware of that and not privy to the transfer, then they're not going to call that loan due generally if the payments are being made. So what you're doing is you're taking title to the property and you are making the payments on behalf of the seller. You're not taking them over. You're not taking the loan over. You're not taking the payments over. That would be a loan assumption, and that's a whole different can of worms. So wholesaling, you can wholesale a lease option. You can put a property under contract, rent to own, lease with the option to buy, and you can assign that contract to an end buyer, lease option buyer, rent to own buyer for a fee. So there's a lot of different ways that you can wholesale real estate and businesses, not just real estate and other things of value. You just want to have an option to purchase something, or a contract to purchase something, or an option to lease, or a contract to lease, and then you're selling that contract to somebody else. They take your position. It works in the stock market. People trade options and futures all the time. So it's kind of the same thing. The key is, however, you need to know who your buyers are and you need to know what they're looking for. Then you go shopping and you find it. So a lot of people think, hey, all you got to do is find a good deal and the buyers and the money will be there. That's not always the case, because a lot of people will just wait you out. So what you want to do is you want to build a quality buyers list. You want to have a handful of really good solid buyers that you know are cash buyers that you know are going to take the property down. Then you go shopping. You find properties in the areas that they're looking for, the types of properties they're looking for, and you get them under contract and you assign those properties to the investors. So yes, that can be a great way to get in the business, but the key is you got to have the right investors behind you ready to close on those transactions so that you can focus on finding the deals, negotiating good prices, and helping the investors with deal sourcing.